to the Epic Gaming Night Podcast.
Welcome to the Epic Gaming Night Podcast, a podcast about tabletop games, but mostly board games. I'm your host, Roy Canada, and with me, as always, is Matt.
Hello.
And Rob.
Hello, hello.
How's it going, guys?
It's
Yay.
Podcast.
Yay.
Board games.
Yay. It's going good. I tell you what, this so far has been one of the best parts of my day. So I'm just so happy to see you guys. I really needed to see you guys.
The past 10 minutes, so enlightening.
So our topic for tonight is going to be holiday gaming and gifting. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about what we've been playing. Matt, which game do you want to talk about?
I don't remember. They were all just so good.
Do you want to talk about Welcome to the Dungeon?
No.
I can talk about Welcome to the Dungeon.
Perfect. Sounds great.
So we played a game called Welcome to the Dungeon. It is a small little game. Comes in like a really small box, and it is like a bluffing, slightly like trying to like problem-solving game.
I remember it now.
Where Matt forgot the game. It was so good that he forgot what it was.
It actually was a lot of fun. I won a bunch. That might be why it was a lot of fun for me. But
yeah,
no,
basically in this game, you're trying to... There's one adventurer out on the table, and you're all trying to take that adventurer through the dungeon, but you're trying to make it actually survive. If your adventurer dies, you're eliminated from the game. So basically, you all take turns drawing a card off the top of this dungeon deck, and it has like different monsters. And you can either A, put the monster into the dungeon, and that's now part of the dungeon that the hero is going to have to face, or B, you can discard that card to get rid of one of the hero's equipments, and he'll have all sorts of different equipments that'll help him kill different kinds of monsters and let him polymorph a monster into a different thing, or give him extra hit points, or bring him back to life. There's all sorts of like magic items that the character has, and you can help or you can like take those away to kind of like hinder the hero and maybe like bluff that he's not going to make it through. And the other option is that you can just pass and not draw a card at all, and once all but one player have passed, then that player has to take that hero through the cards that they have placed into the dungeon. And it's pretty interesting because you're trying to either set up the dungeon to kill or set up the dungeon to be like passable, and the other players might not necessarily know what you're going for, and you're trying to like press your luck to see how far you can go without actually getting killed off.
I think what I liked about it is it is one of those press your luck games, kind of like Ink and Gold is. But I'm terrible at Ink and Gold. But this game, not so bad at, because there's a bit more...
Math?
Yeah, there's a bit more strategy to it than just like, all right, hope I don't get another snake. What was that? Oh, that was that 5% chance. Woo, everybody's dead. So there's like, I don't know, it's more person-to-person interaction as opposed to just sheer randomness, which is, my jam.
And it's kind of interesting because you can like make the dungeon seem really threatening by discarding like really high monsters, but also discarding like a really good item. But you didn't actually put that monster into the dungeon. Or you could just set the dungeon up to kill and discard a really small monster and get rid of a really awesome item. And then it's just like, hopefully that everybody doesn't pass on me because I don't want to be in there when this thing goes off.
Or my favorite strategy was AJ would pick up a card and go... and then put it down, and it would be like a 1. like a 1 calls monster, and it's like, hey.
How
just trying
is
to.
AJ?
He's good.
I miss that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game was actually pretty crazy. Have you heard about Welcome to the Dungeon at all, Rob?
I have not. And thank you for not telling me about it until now. Now it sounds amazing, and I wish I would have known about it sooner.
It's pretty cool. It's like $15 MSRP, like super cheap game. It's like
we can bring
perfect,
it
like small little game, and like plays like I think.
I was thinking about bringing the Grizzled to Mace.
Yeah, that would be good too. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's a pretty light little game. But yeah, it's fun. So you guys should check it out.
Boom. So I'm gonna
Absolutely.
check out.
It's yeah. I mean, if you're like into just like little small box games that you can just kind of take around and do whatever with like Rhino Hero or One Night Ultimate Werewolf, this is easily that sort of game that you can just go to a random party and be like, "Hello, anyone want to nerd out at a table with me real quick?"
Yeah, I like I like that there was like one round where I was like, one of the characters has an ability where they make so all the rock golems like just immediately get killed. So like I put a rock golem in there as my first card, and then as my second card I got rid of the card that kills off the rock golems. And then like Hector just kept on going, and he just kept putting cards in there and like not passing. And I'm just like, I pass. You have fun with that, because I was like setting up the dungeon the whole time. I wasn't trying to help the hero, because you can either like try to help it, because you win the game if either A, you're the last player left in the game, or B, the hero makes it all the way through like two dungeons, like the dungeon twice without dying. So the first game we played, Matt like made it through just straight up, and I think that's because we didn't realize like how powerful some of the items were, and we were like super like timid and scared, and Matt was just like, everybody would pass and Matt would be like, well, I'm still here, so I guess I gotta do this. And it wasn't as difficult as we thought it would be, because all the items are actually really good. But it's interesting to like start taking those items away and be like, oh, he doesn't need that to go in the dungeon. He doesn't need armor to go in the dungeon. He doesn't need like a sword. Like, who needs a sword? Like, polymorph spell, you don't need that. Come on, you can make it through the dungeon without that.
I just love. So there are 4 different classes you can play as: the knight, the berserker, the rogue, and the mage, and they all kind of feel different. The mage feels super different because of all his like different spells and stuff. But I just love every time we play the mage, it's like, hey, this card does something really cool, and it's like immediately discarded. So it's just like, never gonna see that in use, ever.
There was the one time when like it was set up perfectly where like the mage has an ability where it kills off the like demon balrog thing, and then it also kills off the next card in the stack. And like they were both like super powerful like the first time we played the mage. It's like, wow, that was really good.
And we never saw that card again.
Exactly. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of cool little things going on in that game. Definitely one to check out for the price point.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Rob, what have you been playing?
Well, this weekend we were hanging out with some friends from church, which was a lot of fun, and it was fun. I pulled out Rhino Hero.
Nice.
And the adults got more into the game than the kids. I mean, the kids were excited about the Rhino part, just playing with the little Rhino action figure, but all of us adults were like yelling behind each other, like, oh, like, don't drop, oh, don't mess up. And so we had a blast.
So y'all have added taunting into the game now?
Oh, man, we were taunting really bad. At a church event, we were taunting each other. But it was a blast, had a good time. And then we played Farkle, and we had a Farkle tournament, and that was a lot of fun. Have you guys ever played Farkle?
No. Still no.
It is a press your luck dice game where you roll 6 dice, and over time you're trying to get over 10,000 points. And my wife and I, we actually really like Farkle. We have Farkle parties. In fact, that's what this thing was. But we had a trophy made. The trophy is about 20 inches tall and says Farkle Champion. And it's actually a really nice trophy. And so the winner got the Farkle trophy. And now, like every other month, we're going to do a Farkle tournament, and he'll have to come back, or she'll have to come back, whoever wins, and defend their rights. But when we did it in Arkansas before we moved here, when we first started off, there was like 10 of us, and then when we ended, it was close to 40. Like, and people were like getting into Farkle. I think you guys would like it if you played it. It's stupid, it's simple, but it's just a lot of fun. It's just press your luck dice game. Farkle and Rhino Hero. That was the extent of my gaming. It's been a pretty busy work week, but I did get Fallout 4, and I'll be playing that tonight. And I think there's like a board game in the rubble of one of the houses, so I don't know if that counts or something like that. I think because in Boston, that's where it's all destroyed. There's got to be a game or something somewhere.
Nice.
I'm gonna hang out and play chess with the Brahmin.
No, the Brahmin are gonna play chess with me.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So, super exciting! Yay!
Matt, can you remember anything else we played?
Honestly, no. I feel like whenever I go to your house, I enter a fugue state, in
Hey,
which
well, at
I
least it's
have so much
relaxing.
fun. Yeah, I just like relax and have fun, and then when I leave, I'm just back to everything else that happens in my life, and I'm like, I don't. What was Friday? Um, but no, I did actually play Rhino Hero separately with other people, on Saturday. It was good.
It's awesome.
You have
There
a copy of
was,
Rhino Hero, right?
I do.
I think
Yes.
we
There
all
was,
do. I know, like, Hector has one now, so, like, everybody's getting Rhino Hero.
The I played it mildly intoxicated, and the game doesn't get any easier. Not that you would assume it would, but it doesn't lose any of its fun or replayability. Also, when you're intoxicated, so it's enjoyable.
Nice.
Also, I thought Rob's like strategy of like just kind of placing cards on the corner to where they would tilt was like, dude, some of the stuff I saw that night was ridiculous. Like we had some setups where they put the card a little too far to like the right, and so it was balanced perfectly so that the back wall just wasn't even touching it like at all. Like the card was just tilted, and I was like, what? How? Like no.
Yes.
What is wrong with you guys? It was ridiculous. But you know, Rhino Hero, same thing we talk about pretty much every week. Great game.
It's such a good game, and it's so
It
quick.
is.
Like you can play a game in like 5 or 6 minutes.
Yep.
Like it's so quick. You explain, here's this card, here's this card, here's this card, and go. And you instantly fall in love with it, and it's so much fun, and it's great for all ages. Like because we were playing with kids as well as with adults, and the more people we had in our group, I just gave everybody less cards, and so it still worked out great. It's such an awesome, fun game.
Yeah. We even we started playing not for the cards, like when you run out of them, you know, you win if you're the first person to remove your hand. Once we got rid of our hand, we just drew more cards and just kept trying to build it as high as we could. Because it's like that is like easily half the fun.
Oh, absolutely. Seeing how crazy you can go. Yeah, my wife and I, we did that.
I think there's a thing in the rule book that says if you play all the cards down in the entire deck all the way up, then everybody wins or something like that. I'm like, I don't see how that's possible. Like maybe if everybody was working together, but it's still like would be ridiculously difficult to get the entire deck into a pile.
Everyone would have to hold their breath. There couldn't be any bumping the table or anything.
You'd have to get out the glue, guys. You'd just be like gluing each card down as you place it, like literally building.
Yeah. Dude, bumping the table is pretty real on Saturday.
Yes, it
You're
is.
like, guys, stop! It's almost as bad as when y'all were bringing in
intoxicated.
the fan when we were playing over
Yeah! That's how that works.
Oh, nice.
I know Hero Hard Mode.
Awesome. We also played some Zaya. I know Rob wants to listen to us talk about Zaya some more. But
I want to play that.
We taught Hector how to play Zaya. This was his first time, and Matt and AJ got to play again, so that was a lot of fun. Zaya is still like one of my favorite games of like all time. I'm pretty sure it's just like every time I play it, it's trying to like pass everything else. It's a lot of fun. But Zaya is the sandbox space game where you're playing with a bunch of different spaceships, trying to explore the galaxy, make trade routes, attack other ships. There's like NPC ships flying around attacking you, and you're attacking them back, and all sorts of different stuff like that. And you can also try to take out the other players. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We basically just played until my wife's like, hey, you should go to bed, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But it's a game where you can just like say, okay, well at this time we're gonna stop, or like whenever we're done we're just gonna stop, and you can just whoever has the highest score at that point wins the game or whatever. So but it's a lot of fun.
It
looks a lot of fun.
I was
the components and everything look beautiful.
I was a little sad Roy murdered me
again,
close to the end of the game.
You were doing pretty
so
good,
that he could get points. But you were still ahead of me. But
oh yeah.
Roy
what was
murdered
that?
me so that he could get
You
points.
were still a little ahead of me.
What was I gonna say?
He wasn't like I could have probably made a comeback, but really my
Not if
ultimate
you're dead.
objective every time I play Zaya is to just buy a tier 3 ship, because I feel like most of the time when we play games they're just short enough that you're almost there. You're like, oh, I'm so close. I can buy it. I just need like 2 more turns.
We'll have
And
to
then it's
spend
like,
a game
okay,
night
cool,
where
that's
all
nice.
we play is Zaya, so that way we can actually like get all the way there.
But like I'd loaded up like a ton of cargo and was just flying to the next thing so I could offload it and buy a ship. And then like Roy, I happened to stop just right outside of the planet door, because I rolled very bad. And then Roy just comes out of the planet and is like, "Hey man, boom."
The
Because
funny
like
thing is, like, I had a mission in my hand to kill Matt. And then Matt parks outside the planet. Like, he's orbiting the planet that I'm on. And I'm just like, dude, I thought I was going to have to chase you. And see, the thing is, Matt played the entire game without shields. And, like, at the beginning of the game, I'm like, dude, you probably want shields. Hey, man, you probably want shields. And he went through, like, asteroids, got some damage. He got really lucky a lot of times. He just never had shields the entire game. Like, dude, get shields. He never did it. So I'm just like, oh, I need to kill Matt. Matt has no shields. I'm going to kill Matt. And then he parks right outside the planet that I'm at. I'm like, Matt, you're gone. So I
needed to sell at that planet. If I would have just rolled 1 higher on my 3d12, just 1 higher, I would have been in the planet. You would have been like just boned, and I would have been rolling in Tier 3 ships all day.
what was I
But
going to
that's
say?
okay.
Yeah, I had a ship that could make an attack with its special power. And then I had like 2 like blaster shots I shot at him, and that wasn't enough to like actually kill him. Like he had like a ton of hit points on the ship that he had because it was a tier 2 already. And so I was like, all right, now I have to ram him. So like I was like just shooting all these missiles, and then I just run my ship straight into his ship to finish him off. And he had so many cubes on his ship when he died. It's just like explosion of just cubes laying
I think
there whenever he died.
I had 6 cubes, I think.
Which for this game is a decent amount because that's
It's a ton of cubes.
$6,000.
Yeah.
So, but that game's always fun because it's like you have to take the opportunities that are presented, and Matt was too much of an opportunity.
Well, it was oh god, who were we talking to? The one podcast guest we had who really liked Zaya and was always just doing blind jumps, and I was like, nah, that's the way to go.
Mark
Nah.
Saunders.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah. I was just like, nah, that's the way to go. So as soon as I came in, I was like, blind jump. I'm gonna blind jump again, and we're gonna blind jump some more. And then what ended up happening was AJ found Zaya, the sun, really early on. So I was like, cool. So I'm just blind jumping into like planet shields and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, once the sun's
Bouncing off
gone, you
things.
don't
It's
auto die
ridiculous.
from blind jumping, but you can still like bash through shields because like you just run into like a planet and you didn't even realize it. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun, Rob. I'm sure you would love the game, so we're gonna have to get it played.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Bring that to Mason.
Definitely. That's what I was telling Rob. I was like, I want to bring Zaya to Mace, so hopefully we can get some people to play that. Awesome. So our topic tonight is holiday gaming and gifting.
Ba-da-da-da.
So we
Should
have
a
the
soundbite of Inkville.
all sorts of holidays coming up: Thanksgiving and Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and New Year's and all those things.
Just get them all.
Just all the holidays. Are there some holidays I missed, Matt?
I'm pretty
Nah.
sure, but I just can't think of any. Canadian
it.
Boxing Day somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, you're right. Boxing Day. I don't even know
Yeah.
what that is. A?
What's
What's
Canadian
Boxing Day?
Boxing
A?
Day?
What's that? A?
I can't
Where you
remember.
literally open boxes? Is that it?
No,
Or do
I
you make
thought
boxes?
you
technically.
the
Or you
presents
go
you're
around hitting
returning
each
back to
other.
the store. You put them in boxes and take them back. Cause isn't it like the day after Christmas?
Like the day everyone gets to fight each other.
Yeah.
Is it like the Purge? Is that what
that'd be
We
Yeah,
Canada
need to
calls the
get
Purge?
we need to get Rodney Smith on here so we can ask him. Because he's from Canada.
Just get him in here on the podcast. Be like, so you're
Hey,
Canadian.
we really don't want you as a guest. Just answer this one question, dude. What's
real
up with
quick.
Boxing Day?
I understand that a quick Google search could provide me the answer. However,
We could
It'd
get the
be
guys from
funner.
You're
Snakes and
here.
Latte. They're all from Canada too. So
Yeah.
hey guys, come on so we can talk about Boxing Day and what its relevance is in Canadian society. That's awesome.
Ramadan. Is that it? No.
No.
Is that when you eat like noodles and stuff? Is that like a Japanese holiday?
No,
That's-
it's
no.
I'm just kidding. My joke was so lame that you guys like had to seriously be like, no, that's not what it is.
It was so lame. I thought it was a real question. That's
I kind of did too. I was like,
I'm sorry, I'm a dad now, so the
not
dad
going
jokes are
up.
flowing.
like Ramadan. You know Ramadan's not that time of year.
there's whole other religions.
Okay,
All right, so holiday gaming and gifting.
so what role do games play in your holidays?
Who do you want to answer first?
I about to say I can totally start with this if you guys want me to.
I feel like you should.
I normally play. My mom and dad have recently. They live in a different state. They normally come to our house for like Thanksgiving. And my dad is like a big gamer, so we end up playing like a bunch of games because like for some reason he likes games, but he never plays games like at his house or like with like.
And he's not good at them either. Your dad's a horrible gamer.
Are you saying this because you got smashed?
Your dad is like, I felt bad for him, so I gave him the win. I was like, okay, Mr. Candidate, you're so old. Here's the W for you. I'll read the cards for you, sir. Here you go. That's a 3 card.
But yeah, my family.
I don't think anybody beat him at Chrono Nuts.
No,
my
he
mom
killed all of us. He absolutely smashed every single one.
My mom and dad come here for my birthday, and then they come for Thanksgiving. So, and those are kind of like opposite times of the year. So, me and my dad try to get all the gaming in, and I try to show him a bunch of new games, and we play old games that he actually really likes a lot. Our gaming tastes sometimes are very different, but we have a lot of games we like that are the same. But we always try to play a lot. And my uncle comes down from Virginia, and we try to play something with him, and that's a lot of fun. This year, my brother is coming from Texas, and I haven't seen my brother in like 5 years. So we grew up doing a lot of gaming together, so that should definitely be interesting. Normally, I always send him a board game for Christmas, and he always likes.
How many brothers do you have?
Just one. I only have one sibling.
Who was that guy that was at your birthday? I thought he was your brother.
Which guy?
Nah, I know what I was talking about. It was the tall guy. You guys, you guys have been friends for a really, really long time.
Yeah, like
Who,
you may
Dustin?
have grown up together or something.
Yes,
like that.
I think so.
Yeah, Dustin. Me and Dustin grew up from like when I was.
Because like I think your dad put him in timeout or something. I thought you guys were brothers or something.
Yeah, my dad's known him a long time too. So
like,
yeah,
Dustin, come over here and do this. Because I was okay. Like, yeah.
The funny thing about that is Justin is the name of my brother, and Dustin is my friend like growing up that I went to church with and homeschooled with and all that sort of stuff. So totally different personalities. But yeah, Dustin's really big into games, and my brother likes games. But
He wanted to do Gamma World with us.
yeah. So that was interesting. I used to play Game World with my brother and my dad over Skype. So, yeah, good times. But yeah, we try to play a lot of stuff, and then normally, I try to get my in-laws around Christmas time to play some of my new Christmas games most of the time. Be like, hey, let's play this thing. Like last year I actually played Zaya with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law like on Christmas Day. That was pretty fun. Taught them how to play the game. It was the second time I had ever played it and taught them how to play. But that was pretty fun. We always try to play a little something around the holidays. How about you guys?
The same. We play a lot whenever we're with family. It depends on which family too that I'm with.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
if I'm with my family, we'll play a lot of catchphrase, and we'll play a lot of card games like Rummy or Hand and Foot and things like that. You know, it's like the not to say that people in the South don't play that, but the New Yorker comes out of all of us, and so we just start playing our card games, and we'll start yelling and smacking each other's hands when we think someone's cheating and stuff like that, and you know, we'll play till like 2 or 3 in the morning. Sometimes later, and it's funny. My grandmother recently passed away. She was 102, but like one year, we all wanted to keep playing, and she was like, "Well, I can't have any coffee unless it's decaf." And my mom was like, "Oh yeah, I'll make decaf," but it wasn't. It was like extra bold, regular, and so
You're like, here, Grandma, have these espresso shots.
She was 98 at the time. I think it was 97 or 98, and we were up to like 3 a.m. And she was just like, "Man, I could just keep playing all night. This is fantastic." And so that's still like a running joke in our family. Like, "Oh yeah, we'll make coffee." Wink, wink. You know, kind of a thing. And so that's what we do a lot with my family. And then with my wife's family, they love party games. Like we're big fans of Boulder Dash, of Bubble Talk, of Mad Gab, of Cranium, and Telestrations and games like that. Like just fun, simple party games. Always have a good time. And then they also play Dominoes and Rook. You guys ever played Rook? It's a card game. But we usually, if it's a holiday season, man, everyone just brings out the cards. We all get together, or everyone will bring out a game, and we'll have a blast. but it's usually pretty simple games with the family. It's nothing like Blood Rage or anything.
Yeah,
like
yeah. I mean, that's normally how it is with us too. So, except my dad
So-
likes to go pretty hard on some games. So,
Now, if my dad was here, we'd play like Risk or Axis and Allies or something. But he's in Korea, so
Did you say Bubble Talk?
yeah. There's a game called Bubble Talk where you get a picture, and then you get like like those cloud icons that go like in a cartoon
Speech
above
bubble?
somebody's head,
Yeah.
and you write in something, and you put like a caption to whatever the picture is. And
Okay.
so it's basically like a caption contest, and whoever writes down the funniest caption, which everyone votes on, you win. It's a cute little. It was like $10. I think my mother-in-law got it for us because we like to play like a lot of party, funny, silly games.
Yeah.
This was a while ago. She got it for us, but it's not bad. It's cute. It's like oh, the cat fell on his head. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like okay.
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
I just
but-
thought the name was like intriguing.
You want me to show it to you? I got it. It's right behind me.
I'm good. I mean, you can go get it.
I'm gonna get it.
Okay. While Rob is getting that, I'll talk about my family game things, which is none. So, yay.
gotcha. Do you have is your family just like not like super gamesy or?
Nah, it's most of they just sit around and talk, catch up, eat and
Yeah,
drink, and
yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of exist for a while.
Gotcha.
Interesting. Oh, they're actual pictures. Okay.
Yeah, see, like, here's an example. You'll see, like, this cow.
Mhm.
You get a picture like that, and you have to type something in.
Mondays.
Hey, that's kind of funny, though. Seriously.
Yeah.
That picture with the cow. Just another Monday. Or, no, for the cow, it'd be more like Moon Days.
Oh,
Get it?
jeez. Here we go.
No, too much.
A little bit.
Yay.
I mean, I can't really complain too much. Like you're a dad. It's like what it happens.
Oh, you want to say, what do you want to say? This is Monday, mother. This is Monday. Is that?
I mean, sure.
Much.
I mean, if you if that's what you feel in your heart of hearts, go for it, man. I'm
I
not.
don't feel that way. I don't feel
I just
that way.
think it's funny that somebody has a child and immediately it's just like, all right, guys, have you heard of puns? Because that's all it's gonna be.
I think it's just that
the
like
next 10
we've
years.
given up on life, so we just
No.
we don't care what anyone thinks
I remember
anymore.
all these jokes I used to tell that I can't tell my 3-year-old. So instead, I'll
No,
try to
'cause here's
teach
the
her
problem.
language.
Here's the problem. When you tell your 3-year-old, she'll then go tell everybody else.
Fair point.
That's the problem. Fair point. Off subject. My sister,
Mm-hmm.
she's a Yankee. She curses, and so my niece one day was at the park, and she was trying to go up the slide, and she pushes this little girl off the slide, and she's like, "Get the f out of the way," because she listens to my sister. And then she pushes the girl off the slide, and so then from now, ever since that happened, my sister's like cut it back a lot on her language because she's like. I mean, one, I got it. She pushed her out of the way. She should have gone faster. She didn't. But two, saying get the F out of the way while like all the mommies were standing right there, it was like not a good scene. So
You're like,
It just-
she was
it
probably
was-
like, whose kid is that? Somebody needs to get that kid under control. Come over here, sweetie. Don't let them know you're with me. Walk a little bit further behind me. Don't let them know you're my kid.
Did you
But,
hear the ice cream truck? It's coming from that direction.
yeah.
Just run that way. I'll pick you up in a minute.
Nice.
But that really did happen, and I love my sister. I won't say her name, but anyway, so that just changes. You'll find out, Matt, one day. That'll change.
Yeah.
Matt's gonna have like 37 kids.
Oh God, no, please.
No one can resist
Not
the beard.
intentionally.
Awesome. So, do you guys give games for Christmas? I know a lot of like board gamers or like hobbyists are all like, I want to evangelize my hobby by giving a bunch of other people like some games, which is not necessarily super good when the people are like, oh, look, I got a game. And like you come back for Christmas the next year and it's still in shrink.
And the cards are coasters.
So what about you, Rob?
Yes and no. Not to family so much unless I know the family plays games or unless it's a family style game. Like I would never give Blood Rage to my in-laws. But I would get them Bubble Talk or Cranium or something like that.
Yeah, you definitely have to know your audience.
Yeah. But like for you, for your birthday this year, I got you XCOM. It all depends on your Audience. Yeah. If I know they're going to play it and they're going to appreciate it, sure, I'll get it, because I do want to evangelize board gaming, but at the same time, I don't want to waste money. And so I don't want to get somebody an amazing game and then they're like, yay, and they play it once, or they read the rules and they're like, nope, nope, not happening. So it just all depends.
Yeah. My brother, me and him always, like, he gets me a game off my like board game wish list normally for like Christmas, and then he just asks me, like, he has like a vague idea of the sort of game he's looking for. He likes a lot of cooperative games to play with his wife. He's like,
Yeah.
you know more about games, find me a good cooperative game that I can play with my wife, and or like this thing or that thing. He likes looking at like different kinds of games, but he's not, he likes playing games, but he's not part of the board gaming hobby as much, but he has a decent amount of board games at this point, just because I give him a game for like every birthday and Christmas. So he goes out and buys a few extra things. Like he bought like Firefly just because he really likes Firefly a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of the games he buys himself, I have to fuss at him and be like, dude, you should actually play those games. They're pretty good. So it depends. Some games he's played a ton, and other games I think they just sit there. So, but and then me and my dad.
I can relate.
Me and my dad also always exchange games. But yeah, I don't try to give games to every single person that I have to buy gifts for, just because I don't want people to. I mean, I normally buy a bunch of gifts for like my in-laws and stuff like that, but I really enjoy like the gift giving part of the season, and like trying to think of things that the people will actually like and enjoy. So like I think it's kind of fun to be like, oh, they really like this would actually make them really happy. So
Yeah.
I try to not force a copy of Love Letter upon every single person I know, but just get them like actual stuff that they'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, if I got my wife a board game, I would be in so much trouble. Oh my goodness. Hey babe, I
That's
love
like
you.
one of those.
The first, I think it was our second year married, I actually did that, and it wasn't a board game. It was just Rock Band when Rock Band came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, babe, I got you Rock Band. And she opened, and I got her a bunch of like other, like I got her a purse and a spa day and a bunch of makeup and stuff. But to justify me getting it, I bought her Rock Band, but it was all for me because I was rocking out to Rock Band.
I think I did the same thing with my wife. Like when I think we either might have been just newly married or dating, but she likes Rock Band way more than me. So she was actually super into it, and she's way better at that game than I am. She's like,
I got really good at it.
She's like, I can do the drums, I can do the guitar, and I'm just like, I'm like, I can play a real guitar. You can't play a real guitar. Like, I can play real guitar.
I ended up getting the expensive electronic drum set. It was like $300 drum set, but it was like a real electronic drum set. You just bought an adapter so it would work with Rock Band. Bro, I could play...
The one that had like the cymbals and the hi-hat and stuff around it?
Yeah. But I could play most songs on Expert, but there are a couple songs, oh my goodness. I mean, I felt like I was having a seizure.
That's awesome.
So, good times. Sorry. How about you, Matthew?
Do I give games?
I'm about to say, you just started in the tabletop gaming the beginning of the year, like right, I don't know, like February.
Could I recommend Bubble Talk? And here's what we can do: when your mom walks in, when your mom walks in behind you, we'll just like freeze frame it. Bubble Talk. What's mom thinking now? Mom.
Quality.
No. Or how about when the dog jumps on you? I like that.
Yeah, no.
Bubble Talk.
That might happen, but
nice.
No. Most of the time, I do occasionally give video games away as gifts.
Can I be your friend? No.
Most of the time, the games that I get are free from buying other games because Steam has wonderful discount programs and stuff. They're PC games, so it's not like I can gift you like a physical copy of like
I have
Fallout
Steam.
4. Okay.
We're still not.
I mean, that's fine, but it
was more like, oh, hey, congrats, you have Steam. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free program. Anybody can sign
he
up for
said
it.
he gifts his friends games, Rob.
It's more dependent on what type of computer you're using. Like, if you're using a laptop, I'm clearly not going to send you The Witcher 3 to, like, run on your laptop because it will literally catch fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so, no, mostly I just do that, or make things and give them to people.
Dude,
Like,
man,
food
if I
stuff.
had like unlimited resources, I'd just be like, everybody gets a board game. We've done like Secret Santas like in the past. Like I've had like a big gaming like Christmas thing and done Secret Santa during that, and that was a lot of fun because everybody brought specifically like board games to the Secret Santa. And it was like the Dirty Santa thing, so we were like stealing board games from each other. That was a lot of fun. I also went to one at the Camel City Gamers group, and that one was epic because like at mine they kind of like stole stuff, but people like kind of kept the thing that they opened randomly, which is not nearly as fun as like everybody stealing like that one game over and over and over again because like everybody wants it. And there was a lot of good games at the Camel City Gamers one, so that was a lot of fun. And that was, I think, when Love Letter first came out, and it was like actually before it was even released. And that was the first night I played Love Letter, and then I walked away like with a copy of Love Letter, and I was like, "This is amazing!"
Yeah.
But it was like before it was actually even released, so that was awesome.
Well, sweet, man. On a side note, Matt, what are you eating? That looks delicious.
Honestly, just mozzarella sticks.
Right? I thought that's what it was. Damn.
Yeah. I was gonna like get some stuff to make some homemade ones, and then I was like, man, you know what? I'm actually really lazy, so let me just buy the ones that are in the freezer section.
I guess if I was your friend, I would have had one, but
Well,
He can send it to you on Steam.
next. Nice.
you just get like a message on Steam. Matt Robbins has sent you a cheese stick, and you're like, oh yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome. So we're going to talk about some games that would make good gifts for the holiday season. I have a couple different categories here. That games you can look at giving friends that are into gaming or just getting for your family if they're into gaming. So the first one we have is stocking stuffers. So what is a good game that would fit into someone's stocking?
Rhino Hero.
Right? It really would. It's small enough.
I
It'll
looked
go
at this and
into
I was
one.
like, man, Rhino Hero works literally every category. But no,
True
it's
that.
tiny game, lots of fun. It's something that you can easily have as a stocking stuffer, and then when somebody opens it, just immediately bust it out. Like the only setup time for Rhino Hero is somebody has to fold the walls together, which you can do as you play. Like there's no, like you don't have to be like, all right, let me fold this wall and this wall and this wall and go through like all 40 some walls. You can just bust it out and go, all right, here we go, and just start playing immediately.
And it's a little big, but it's pretty much like the perfect size, especially if you're looking for something to fill up that stocking.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
if you have like one of the Americanized stockings where it's like roughly the size of a boot or larger, it will easily fit. But if you're using old socks,
You might have to
Probably
stretch
not.
them.
yeah, I mean, if it's not a sock you like, yeah, just stuff it in there. That's what it's for.
Sweet. I would have to say Bang the Dice game
Nice.
would be a good one. Or the Grizzled. I got the Grizzled and it actually comes in a box about the same size as Rhino Hero. And so those will both be fun, great stocking stuffers and popular games too.
Awesome. We recently played a little while back Cthulhu Realms. It's like the Lovecraft version of Star Realms. It's another like good game, and it can actually play 4 players, but it's like the perfect size to fit in a stocking.
I was going to say Star Realms. I thought you were going to do that, so I didn't.
But yeah, Star Realms, Cthulhu Realms, and there's like
Love Letter.
there's a new Star Realms expansion too that came out. So Love Letter, also good ones.
Also, this game too.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf, yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the same size. All these boxes seem to have the same form factor. Oddly enough.
And
produced it.
another one that's not like super well known is that City Folk game we played that comes in like the little wallet thing. It's like a super small game. It's really fun, a lot of fun. From Button Shy Games, it's really cool.
Sushi Go.
Yes.
Yes.
Sushi Go is a great stocking stuffer game, and it's actually smaller than One Night Ultimate Werewolf. It's a little metal tin can.
Yep.
Yeah. And you can find Sushi Go at like Targets and stuff now. So.
Yeah, everywhere.
And also Hanabi, which is the Spiel des Jahres winner from a while back, the cooperative game of building firework displays, is another really small game that could fit in people's stocking.
That
It's a lot
game's
of
called
fun.
Cheat. Like this. That's what the name of that game is.
Me and Hector were
Get
playing, and we were
frustrated
doing
by that.
super good, or we were doing like super to the rules, and then Matt came in and was trying to give hints like outside of the rules, like while
wasn't
we were
pointing
playing the
at
game.
anything.
And
I was just like, man,
Matt,
that sucks.
Matt, you're not even in the game. You're trying to help us cheat.
It always
the game's
breaks
a lot
down
of
when
fun.
I'm there.
Yeah, I always like to have that game's awesome. It's like really just like lining up numbers, but just the mechanics of holding your hand backwards and stuff. Have you played Hanabi, Rob?
You never invited me over for Hanabi.
Well, it's pretty fun.
It takes
little
5
cooperative
minutes to
game.
30 minutes, depending on how frustrated you want to get.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun, but it's just one of those things where you're just like, man, AJ, I told you that the left side of your hand you can throw away. Please do that.
Throw
And he's
that
like,
away.
what? I forgot. I just told you. It's amazing.
It's
Wonderful.
always fun when you're like, because you're allowed to you're holding your hand backwards, and people are trying to play like different cards, and it's always fun when it's like, so you know what you should be doing, right? And they're like, no, and you're like, no. You know what you should be doing, right? And like, I really have no clue, and you're just like, well, why am I
this
playing
is
this
it.
game with you?
This is it. We're done. Fireworks display, not good. Everybody went home that year. Sad.
But yeah, lots of amazing stocking stuffers.
Boom.
So, what games do you guys think would work good for family-style games?
Every game we mentioned
Of course.
previously
Well, yes,
also
of
fits
course.
in that category very well.
You know what's? I always have a blast playing with my family. Sheriff of Nottingham.
Uh-huh.
That's a good fun family. I mean, because everyone kind of already knows everybody's tell. You know, so when you play the game, you get called out a lot. Like, oh no, Rob's lying. I was look, he's doing that thing, and then I'm like, crap, they know me. But of course, because they're my family. So I always have a good time with that. And I've got a couple others, but I'll let you guys name them or name a couple.
I recently, last year I got Cult Express. It's a really good, fun little game where you're trying to rob a train and programming actions to do so. It's a game that would work really good in like a family situation, jumping from train car to train car and stealing the gems and stuff. And that was also a Spiel des Jahres winner. I think that was like last year's. So it's a pretty good game. I'm pretty
It
excited.
did win last year, actually.
They're coming out with an expansion that adds horses to it and a stagecoach. And there was actually a promo.
That actually sounds awesome.
There was actually a promo that added the DeLorean to the game. And I'm like, seriously? It was at Essen. They were giving away DeLorean promos with the new expansion. I'm just like, I want a DeLorean. That's not even fair. Like, Back to the Future, that's amazing. I never even thought of that. That's awesome.
Good times.
That is awesome.
So,
Such-
a random side question. Does a game have to be made in Germany to win the Spiel des Jahres?
It has to be
No.
published
Or-
there.
It has to be widely available there.
Okay.
Basically, the Germans have to play it.
That's
a lot.
right. That's right.
Okay.
It's a German
Yeah.
award, but Germany's pretty big into gaming, so Europe and the rest of the world are kind of like, oh, okay. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the Epic Gaming Night Award. You know, the United States does all of their awards based off of our award system. In Europe and a lot of the world, they do their award system off of that.
Our award system that has never been mentioned or even fleshed out in any way, shape, or form.
It's top secret, but people know.
It has to be
Quality.
thematic Ameritrash or GTFO. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Family games. I would probably have to say Dixit.
Right?
Yeah.
That was on my list. That's a great family game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic, and there's so many expansions for the game, so you can keep adding stuff to it, and the artwork is phenomenal.
Yeah. It's wondrous to play and look at.
I feel like Ryu, the dragon building game that we played, would work really good
Oh,
in a
yeah.
family situation. It's basically you're just going around like collecting these different parts to build your dragon. It's pretty cool, like this little drawing cubes out of a bag and the different mechanics for your opponent splitting the cubes and you like picking the cubes that you want and they take like the rest sort of thing. It's pretty fun and like a bidding mechanic too. It's super simple but pretty fun little game and the artwork is awesome.
What about
Yeah.
Codenames?
Oh yeah.
Would that be a
Codenames.
good? I haven't played it yet, but I've heard a lot of people.
It's
speak
in the
highly
mail.
of it.
It's supposed to be at my house the 12th. So we will play it at Mace.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah, Codenames is a lot of fun. It's a cool little party game where you're like different teams, and it'd work really good if you have like 4 or 5 or 6 people being on different sides of a team and trying to guess what the Codemaster is thinking. And we've played this game in like big, huge groups, so it can also work in like party situations. But it's super simple, and if people like words and stuff like that, it's really thinky, but it's not like words like spelling and stuff like that. It's more like trying to think of how words relate to each other.
Speaking of words, is thinky a word?
It is now.
It's not a word?
I love it. It's like, for all the people that are fans of words, this game is very thinky.
All the people that are fans of words.
That's what you said. You're like, if
everything
people
about
like
this
words,
sentence
if
was
people
fantastic.
like words, they're really going to like this. It's thinky. And I'm just like,
wondrous.
yes, please, yes. That was amazing. I'm sorry, Roy. That was good. Don't edit that out. You got to keep that in.
Oh, it'll be there.
All right, good.
Yeah,
I also put down
Codenames.
Machikoro.
Oh yeah.
That's a fun little game. I played that with my wife and a couple friends before, but I could easily see playing with family, because it's not a heavy game. So like, our families that we've played with, they're not big into games, like heavy games, and so that's one where you can get some mathematics, you can get some social deduction, you still get that gotcha moment when somebody rolls the dice on the number you need them to roll it at. And so that could be a really fun family game, and it's not very expensive at all. And they just came out with an expansion for it, so it's still relevant.
Is this where I say I think Mansions of Madness is a really good family game?
It could be depending on the age of the depending on the age of the family.
Yeah. If your family likes murder and cultists.
Well, no, but if your family wants to if your family's really into crime. Or not crime, but if they're really into NCIS, or like CSI, like crime shows.
I know what you mean. I just immediately was like, if your family is like the mob,
right?
They might be in on this game.
Or if they like puzzles and stuff, because it is one of those games. It's just the only thing about Mansions of Madness that could hurt. Well, the setup and also the mansion keeper. It's always good if they're an experienced gamer, because that can make or break the game. It really can. And so that's... Are you flying, Matthew? Are you okay? Are you flying? But yeah, you just want to make sure that they're a halfway decent gamer so they know how to keep it going and flowing, because that matters a lot.
I feel like a lot of cooperative games could be done as family games as long as someone's not going to be like too much the alpha player or anything like that. So...
I absolutely love that I try to make a joke about Mansions of Madness being very thematic for family, and Rob's like, no. I mean, you're not wrong. Let me defend you.
Rob just wants Mansions of Madness to be played all the time by everyone.
And according to Christian Peterson, there's going to be something coming out for that. So pretty excited about the future of Mansions of Madness. I talked to him. We're best friends, so don't worry about it. I'll let you guys know.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, what games would be good for kids?
Mansions of Madness. Just kidding.
Probably
Actually,
not at all.
All right,
No,
Timmy, you died. However, I get to use your corpse like a puppeteer to run around murdering all your friends.
Thanks for playing.
Why don't you go outside and swing and cry a little bit?
A fun, simple... not Ameritrash, but kind of Castle Panic. That's a fun game for kids. If they want to get some aggression out or something like that, the trolls are coming to attack the castle. It's very simple, but you also have to work together, and so that's good. To be able to build teamwork and stuff like that, and learning how to share. Mm-hmm. That's a good game to teach how to share, because if it's best interest for Roy to have those blue archers, I need to give Roy those blue archers. So that's one. I've got several others, but again, I'll let you guys.
I think most Haba games just point at a Haba game and just be like, yes, just find one that's in the right age.
What are you saying,
so
kids?
many. So
what's kids for you?
kids can be anywhere from little kids to big kids, whatever.
Okay.
Like
3
anything
weeks
that's like like
I just didn't know if they were
preteen, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of hobby games that range for like all ages. So
Rhino Hero, 5 to 99.
Yeah. So Rhino Hero is great. We played a game at Gen Con, like the demo for it. It's called the Pharaoh's Gulo Gulo. It's like a little game where there is a bowl with a whole bunch of different colored marbles, and there is like this stick sticking up out of the marbles, and there's a board that you're trying to move along, and by pulling the different colored marbles denotes where you get to move on the board. But if the stick falls over, you go back to the start of the board. And there's also like mummies running around, and you're trying to like collect like scarabs and stuff like that. But it's super interesting because you're having to like very easily like pull these little marbles out of a bowl without having the thing fall over. Hobbit just has so many weird, interesting, like unique, like family style games and like
They're
kids
such
games.
a great company.
Animal Upon Animals, another great one where you're just stacking wooden animals. You're rolling a dice and stacking up these animals to get like different points and different things like that, and trying to not knock the animals over.
Takaneko is a good kid game, with the panda and the farmer, and you've got to complete little missions and complete the little cards, and you got to collect X color bamboo, or your panda's got to eat so much bamboo, or your farmer's got to grow so much. And that's a fun, and it's really well done too. Really well done game.
And another game that every kid that I've ever met that's seen it was just their mind was immediately blown is Looping Louie. Like kids love that game. Like even kids that like can't like super coordinate it just are like, this guy's flying around, and now they have the Looping Chewie out for like the Star Wars edition, but like guy flying around trying to knock the things over, and you gotta like hit him up in the air. That's just amazing. So definitely a good one.
Mice and Mystics is also another good one for kids, and I'm excited for Tail Feathers because that's all part of that universe. Those are great kid games. But you know what's another good one? Ticket to Ride. That's a good game for kids. I mean, adults can play it too and things like that, but that's a game that I'll introduce to my daughter as she gets older.
Yep.
That's a fun, really pretty game. You learn geography, lots of different colors, lots of pieces, so some can get lost. Yay.
Yeah.
How about you, Matt?
Well, since I don't have kids, my assumption is that all kids would really be a big fan of Twilight Imperium.
Matt's just gonna
No, I don't.
That's my favorite game. I have to defend this.
I am like racking my brain to think of things that we haven't already mentioned, but it essentially just comes back to the same thing. Like Dixit would work well for like older kids, like your 8 to 12 to 15 range. Rhino Hero works well for literally anybody.
Yes.
That sort of stuff. Pretty much everything in the stocking stuffer category we already mentioned is pretty good. Save maybe One Night Ultimate Werewolf, depending on what you want to expose your child to.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. What's next?
What games would be good for gamers?
Rhino Hero.
I feel like a game.
This podcast is sponsored by.
I feel like a game that like every gamer should have, and it's just amazing. And like the more I play this game, the more I just think it's awesome. Is Spectre Ops. Like if you don't own Spectre Ops,
absolutely,
you should probably like check out, at least play Spectre Ops, because as far as like these hidden movement, like hide and seek, trying to complete objectives and run out, like it's super tense, super puzzly, super awesome. And I feel like if you're a fan of games, you'll like Spectre Ops. I feel like anybody could play that game. That game's awesome.
Are you going to bring it Saturday to Mace?
I was thinking about that being one of the games I should bring, just because.
Let's get together and see what you're bringing, and I'll let you know what I'm bringing, and we'll try to. I don't know. I don't necessarily want to play my own games the whole time.
Gotcha.
But I mean, to bring some games because we're going to be there a while.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
We should get like a party van and just have one person, and we'll just hire like a driver, right? And then so in the back, we'll just set up like Twilight Imperium so that we play it on the way there, and then we're there doing stuff, and then we play it on the way back.
Then that'll be the end of round one.
I'm about to say,
Yes.
I'm about to say, Charlotte is not far enough away for us
Unfortunately,
to finish.
I'd say a game for gamers, especially because I don't know if it's necessarily out in your stores yet, but Blood Rage. You have to get this game. It is amazing. It is beautiful. It has everything that you want. The minis are fantastic. The components are fantastic. It's absolutely a must-have. If you like board games, you need Blood Rage. If you're a gamer, if you call yourself a gamer, you need that game, or need to be friends or associates, if you're like Matt and I, with somebody who owns Blood Rage.
That's awesome.
I'm going to make this statement, and if it offends anybody, I apologize. But Blood Rage is one of those games. It's one of the few games that I've played and been like, man, you know what I need to do? Play that again. Like, right now, tomorrow, whenever. Just again, as soon as possible. Like, there are some games that you play and you're like, cool, that was fun. And that's just kind of it. That's where you leave off. With Blood Rage, I'm just like, gotta get a troll, gotta smash things. It's going to be fun.
If you were my friend, I'd let you play it. Of course, I also love Ashes. Ashes is such a beautiful game. The artwork and everything is so amazing, and that is out, and they're getting ready. I don't know if it's going to be this year or maybe next year, but or Q1 of next year. But expansions, some new Phoenix Born. But the game is so much fun. I need to play that. If Lindsay, if you're listening to this, I haven't forgotten about you. I will give you a chance to try to redeem yourself, even though I've beaten you severely every time we played. I mean, not severely, but I've won handily. But I need to play Ashes again. That's a great game for gamers, especially because it's one of those living card games where if you have the base box, it's still going to be good in a couple years. And so I like that for an investment. I don't feel like my money's going to waste. So I could keep going. Do you guys have more?
Pretty good.
What about Mission Red Planet is also a great gamer's game. Civilization. I'm not a big Euro style gamer, but I actually really like Civilization. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good board game. War of the Ring. War of the Ring theme wise is probably one of the best that I've ever played. And here's why. It's not my favorite game, and it didn't even make my top 5.
You're wrong.
No game. No, it's in my top 10. And maybe with this expansion that's just come out, it'll get up there, but no game has ever, in my opinion, captured a story like War of the Ring has captured the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I mean, I really felt like when I played War of the Ring, it was the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like, it got everything for me. It was absolutely amazing. So well done. And if you like big epic games, like Twilight Imperium is the biggest, most epic game you can get. But thematic wise, if you want to, like, if you dress up as a hobbit or as a dwarf or something, you need to play War of the Ring. It's that amazing.
And it's pretty awesome because like it's so thematic and like so like drenched in that theme, but it doesn't like steamroll you into like playing along the theme of the movie. Like you can send characters off in completely different directions, and it still feels like you're playing Lord of the Rings, even though like Gandalf is like over where he shouldn't be compared to how the stuff is going on. So,
or why are orcs invading the dwarvish and elvish lands and not even messing with the humans? I mean, yeah. But another game that we play a lot, that's a lot of fun, is Shadows over Camelot. That's a good gamer's game. It's kind of old. I don't think there's any new expansions or anything.
It's one of the first cooperative games that with the trader mechanic. Like it's the one that like started that.
But it's really pretty game. It's cartoonish kind of, but not necessarily. The little miniatures or your little plastic pieces, they're good quality. The artwork on the cards is really good. But it's not like like a Dixit or the War of the Ring artwork. But it's a lot of fun. We've always had a blast playing that game.
And the quests are simple enough to where like anybody can pick up the game almost, because it's like, hey, you're making poker hands to do these different quests.
It's really what
simple.
It is.
You need a straight, you need a full house, you need 2 pairs, and you're going over there and just discarding cards. Like it's pretty simple.
Just don't don't trust Roy. No matter what he says, don't trust Roy.
Both games that you've played of that, I was the traitor, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm sorry, man.
And we lost the first one, but we won the second one because of Matt, who I thought was a traitor, but I was just feeling weird that night.
All game.
Even before the game started, I was just like, nope, it's you.
You guys are too good, man. You guys are too good.
The some other games that you haven't mentioned, Dead of Winter.
I was letting you mention it because I was about to say it.
Everybody needs to play Dead of Winter at the very least.
And the new app is now official.
Yeah.
Hey!
There's an
The app is now official. It's 99 cents, and it's both on Droid and on iOS. And it's fantastic because it doesn't give you the options. It reads the cards.
Yes.
And no, it gives you the options, but it doesn't tell you the outcome. And so you have to choose. It won't tell you the outcome until after you choose. And so unless you have the card memorized, you're kind of like in limbo. You're like, what's going on? What's going on? And then you find out.
I really like that it like narrates all the cards for you too. That's really awesome. And Eric tries to like, Eric Summer is the guy who did the voice for all the cards. Like he narrates all of them, and he like uses different voices to say all the different stuff. So that's pretty awesome.
I want to get it just so I can listen to Sparky's card because I want to see how he speaks for Sparky.
Yeah, I tried not to like flip through a whole bunch of it while not playing the game because I don't want to spoil anything. But that's awesome.
We need to play that game.
Yeah, we do. Hey, maybe you should bring that one to Mace.
You know what? I will because that's actually a game that you can play with a big
bunch
group
of people. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I was thinking about bringing. What?
I'm a little sad that Emerson didn't do the voice for the app. Man's got a mellow and dulcet tones. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. So you enter in the grocery store and you find a loaf of bread, and attached to that loaf of bread is a hand. A hand.
He would be like, and so you go to the back, and there you see 5 zombies. What would you do? Like, just very calm and collected. It would take so much of the anxiety out of that game, just being like, man, it's okay.
Like, guys, I think
this
we got
guy's
this.
here with me. Everything's fine.
Guys, we're gonna be okay.
It's gonna be all right.
I just got bit by a zombie. It's all good.
It's like the next crossword comes up. Everything's on fire. And you're like, oh man, that's unfortunate.
But at least the afterlife will be better.
Yeah.
Emerson, we love you. If you're listening.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Not it.
He is amazing.
His voice to what I was referring.
So the next question is, what games should be on your Christmas wish list?
Rhino Hero.
Honestly, Rhino Hero shouldn't even be on your Christmas wish list. You should just go buy it right now.
It should be on your shelf.
It's not that expensive.
Or in the glove box of your car, where mine is.
Nice.
What's on your wish list?
One game like that I've been hearing everybody talk about super like recently is Time Stories. Have you guys heard about this?
Yes, that is on my wish list.
So Time Stories is a cooperative storytelling game where you're all playing characters that go back in time and inhabit the bodies of like different people. And basically the base set is like a console almost, where they're going to have a bunch of expansions that you plug into it to play through these different stories. So the first one is based like in an asylum, and it's kind of like everybody, like you lay out these rooms and different people can go to like the different parts of the rooms and like find out different things, but you're not allowed to straight up just read out the card. Like, you know how a lot of these storytelling games, we just read out the card. You have to read the card yourself, and then you can't word for word say it to the other people. You have to like paraphrase and like tell them like what you found there. So you're working together to figure this stuff out, which looks really amazing. It's also kind of like those when people have been describing it and stuff, it makes me think of like Myst and stuff like that, where you're going like over here to like click on this thing and like try to solve this puzzle on this stuff. So it sounds like a lot of like that sort of stuff, like those old school computer games where you're just exploring these beautiful landscapes and like trying to put the pieces together of the mystery.
I do want to get it, and it is on my list. The only negative that concerns me about the game is like once you beat that case, you pretty much know all the combos, and so the replayability is not really there.
Yep.
Now, the people that have played it have actually said that was their negative, but the game was still so amazing, it was worth buying. And just know that that's going to be the game that you want the expansions to get. And so I still will probably end up getting it. And it looks so cool. I love the box, the all white and then like that bluish symbol thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and
a fantastic.
I feel like with like how like unreplayable the expansions are, since you'll kind of know like the story of the stuff, because the main thing is like figuring out the story. Once you figured out the puzzles in the story and know where to do the jumps back and forth in time and like how to do the path, you're never really gonna be able to forget that stuff. But I feel like with a bunch of people, if a bunch of people get the game, like the expansions will be really easy to get like off of the secondhand market and stuff like that. So I definitely want the console in the first place, so I can. Yeah. They're supposed to be coming out with like a different expansion like every quarter.
Yeah, so the next one's already been. It's like Mary something.
The Marcy case.
Marcy.
And I actually heard that one's like about zombies, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. So Rob will definitely get that
played
one.
This game, and he was like, it was scary. He was like, it kind of freaked him out.
Yeah. It sounded really awesome.
Yes. I know it's not Christmas time, but I'm excited for Star Wars Rebellion. I know it's going to be after Christmas, but that is on my wish list. That's on my must-buy list. That's on my get it list. That's in my I know I'm going to get in trouble, but I'm going to buy it anyway list. That's just it's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Another one that would be awesome to play, seeing that I don't actually have it anymore, is Pandemic Legacy. Like, that game looks crazy. Like, the problem is, like, with our situation, like, I don't even know when we're going to play a whole bunch of games of Pandemic Legacy. Rob's so busy.
Well, it's not just that, but we couldn't do it on Friday nights.
Yeah. It would be, I don't know.
Or either we did it on Friday nights and we just had everybody else watch, or
they just set up like a once monthly thing, like once a month. Be like, this Saturday, we fight disease.
My buddy is playing it right now with his family, and he's already through he's through April, and he was like, "This game is amazing." He's playing it with his wife and his daughter, and he's like, "This game is legit." He's like, "It's absolutely amazing."
Yeah.
So that's also a good one to have. Champions of Midgard is another good one to have. Rum and Bones is another good one for the wish list. That's a big game from Cool Mini or Not.
I'm gonna have to talk to Trevor to see if he's coming to Mace and if he's gonna bring Champions of Midgard, or just track somebody down who has it. I think Doug has it too. Let's just be like, hey, let's fight some trolls and like beat up some sea serpents in Champions of Midgard.
Also, Star Wars Imperial Assault, the Hoth expansion.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually its own standalone. You don't need the base game to play that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that one, that's pretty exciting. A lot more minis and some more vehicles and new characters and new bad guys and stuff like that. So plenty of games for the wish list.
Yeah. I still have Forbidden Stars at the top of my wish list because someone won't bring it over and play it with me. Got to get my own copy. We'll play Forbidden Stars on Friday, and Rob's just gonna be like,
when will you play it on a Friday?
Whenever there's just 4 people, and I can just bust it out and make it happen.
And when all 4 people have like 4 to 5 hours.
Nah, we got this. How late did we play games last Friday, Matt?
Yeah, I don't think we left till like midnight. We were there for at least 6 hours.
We did that for Rex. Rex, it was pretty late, and then we were out in the parking lot or out in your driveway until like 12:31. So like I've been over there pretty late before. Forbidden Stars is going to have to be one of those nights. I was actually just thinking about that game earlier today. Like, man, I just need to play. It is. I just need to play that game.
Yeah.
Along with like 20 other games in my collection.
There's this game that I recently saw that just finished out its Kickstarter.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you guys have heard of it. You might have, considering my luck with these.
Can I guess?
Go for it.
The Seventh Nation or Seventh Continent?
No. It's called Scythe.
Yes! I have heard of Scythe.
Yes! Oh my gosh. That game, like I was looking at it, so it's like a 4X game. But it's got like some like light eerie elements to it, so it kind of reminds me of Eclipse, but the board is static because it is like has like very kind of in-depth storytelling stuff. But the thing that hooked me is the guy they got to do the artwork for it is like one of my like favorite dudes who just does like just I don't know. It's really hard to describe. Like he has this wonderful like artistic motif where he makes like either giant trolls fighting like old warriors or just like mechs running through the field of like 1920s Russia. It's like incredibly awesome, and like just the artwork in the game is like super crazy cool looking.
Yeah, I know that game. People have been like super stoked about it. Did you back it, Rob? Did you back it?
I thought about it. I'm kind of weary to back anything on Kickstarter. As much as I love Blood Rage, it's just like it really stressed me out because I was like, this game is supposed to be in. Why is this game not in? And so, I don't know. Let me make it through this year before I back any other games. But Scythe, and there's another game called like the Black Grid or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's like a horror type dungeon crawl game. Blackout. This famous comic book artist, I can't remember who is the artist, but a famous artist came up with the idea for this game, and he also helped develop some of the Call of Duty games for Activision. But this famous artist did it, and it looks really cool. But again, I'm waiting. I just need my heart to calm down. I'm too fat, man. Like, I won't survive a heart attack. I've got, like, one shot. And so I don't need to go out because of board games or Kickstarter. So, like, and especially with the holidays, because I'm going to overeat. I know I already, and I'm already fat. So, like, let me just make it through the holidays before let me, like, unclog my arteries a little bit.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good times. Well, guys, I guess that's pretty much been a podcast at this point. So, yeah.
We're going to Mace. We'll see you guys
to,
Saturday, November 14th, 2015. For anybody in the future that's listening, you missed it.
Future.
Saturday in Charlotte, November 14th, 2015. MaceCon. The con where we don't want to be too big, yet we're past our quota already. Do you want to play a game? Bring it. Or we'll have games for you to play.
So, we're actually going to be doing a little, like, small gift exchange with each other, closer to Christmas time. And, what is Rob gonna say? And we're gonna draw each other's names. I was gonna try to bring up a utility to actually do this, but,
Well, while you do that, this Thursday? Is that not when the interview is happening?
Yep, so we're going to have Stephen Bonacore on the show this Thursday, and we're going to be interviewing him. It's going to be a special episode, like during the middle of the week. We're actually not going to do a stream of board games this Friday since we're going to Mace, and we're having the interview on Thursday. But make sure to check back on the Twitch channel then, and also check out the podcast for that, because we're going to be talking all about Stronghold games.
I won't be there because work sucks.
Yep.
Quality.
Ooh.
It's okay. I could just quit to be a part of an interview, in which I would probably ask no questions. I would just be like, "All right, yep, this was fun."
You'll be missed.
Yep, I quit my job for this, and thank you, Matt. I promise. I don't promise because I can't promise that, but I would not be surprised if one day you just like secretly disappear and we hear about you like 11 years later, and it's because like the government stole you and you started like a secret form of NASA, like in some like tunnel somewhere, and you were a part of the whole like
just hanging out in the old NORAD base in the mountains of Colorado. Just like, hey guys,
you were part of the team that helped create like time travel, and you're like some nerd was listening to our podcast and he was like, that Matt Robbins, he knows all of those big words. Let's get him. And so like Roy and I are texting you, Matt, get on. And we don't hear from you for like 11 years. Then all of a sudden your face, clean shaven, by the way, future Matt, clean shaven. He's married and he has 37 kids and he's very happy. Oh, and he's like, yes, we can time travel. In fact, I went into the future and I knew this was going to be my wife. And so that's how I met her. And I presented her with this.
That's one of the funny things about time travel, because like if it was possible to go back into the past, why haven't we been visited by anybody from the future yet?
Okay, but if we had though,
well,
it's like the whole Back to the
Would
Future
you like the
thing.
technical answer?
Yes, please.
So there's one theory that says that you can only make one-way trips. So you can only go forward or backward. So if you go backwards, it's like, hello, I'm here now. But most people
why hasn't
think
that happened
going
yet? Why
forward-
hasn't there been a person that showed up and said, "Hey, I'm from the future," or were they
Okay,
stoned?
there are plenty of people like that, but they're all in insane asylums. You know how many crazy people coming around? The world is gonna end. I'm from the future. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that possibly has happened.
But the thing is, if you make time travel tech, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to go forward to see what else happens. You're not going to
No.
go back.
Yes, I'm going back to 70 something. I'm
You're going to
investing
like
in
fix
Apple.
mistakes.
No, I'm going to invest in Apple. And I'm just going to be like, hey, you know what, guys? I believe in you. And I see the vision of where this
You're going to
garage company's
have
going.
a rough couple of years with that.
I'm going to stay out of the way. I'm just going to give him money.
Until they make the iPod, you're going to have a rough couple of years.
No, he made all of his money before the iPod. He became a billionaire over the.
No, so he did with Apple too, and then he left the company, and then the company tanked, and then he
I don't
came
care.
back.
I'm about to
and
say
then made-
left. I'm pretty
Which
sure
was
he
like-
was kicked
Fine.
out.
That's fine. I'm from the future. I know when to pull out my stocks and cash in.
Obviously, you don't, because Matt had to just teach you.
No, I already knew that. I've seen the movie. Ashton Kutcher taught me.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
going
that's
to
right.
click this button, which is going to give us the names of who the people are for our Christmas
But I didn't
gift
know he was-
exchange. Click. Roy, Rob, Matt, Roy, Rob, Matt. You got
Did you
that?
See that?
Like
What?
that just
So-
to me sounded like the same order.
So I will be getting a gift for Rob. Matt
Gosh
will
darn
be
right you
getting
will.
a gift for me. Just all you have to remember is who you're supposed to be getting a gift for.
And I'll be getting a gift from Matt.
Yep.
I'm gonna get Matt a friendship bracelet just so to remind him that I'm his friend.
I got the hard one
Thanks,
because Rob has a whole bunch of games, and Matt got the hard one because I have a whole bunch of games. Rob has the easy one because he has to get something from Matt, who has nothing. He just has to figure out something that he'll actually be able to play.
Yep.
That I don't already own, that he wouldn't just play over here.
Friendship bracelet.
That's the best right there.
You can just buy me movies. That'd probably be a far better.
Hey, are we doing a money limit?
Yeah, we probably should.
$2,000.
Matt's a baller. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that.
We'll just text about that or something.
Yeah.
We don't need to let people know on the internet how rich we are. Getting that
But yeah.
$7 present.
We're totally gonna like wrap them up and like
Wait, would you like a pull stick?
No.
yes,
Okay.
I can use it to protect myself.
Yeah. See, there you go. Thinking ahead.
So Stephen Boncourt, hey, is that going to be on live on Twitch? Is that Thursday at 7?
That's Thursday at 8
Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Eastern Standard Time.
And he loves your enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, he does.
I'm excited to pull up his LinkedIn account. I need to check that bad boy out. I bet it's like,
The
Rob's-
thing that surprises me most about this isn't that you look it up; it's just that you print it off and have physical copies of people's LinkedIn that you can flip
He
through.
writes
while we're
notes
doing-
on them. I'm just kidding.
actually, I do write notes on
You're
them.
like highlighting things.
Oh
That's
man.
phenomenal.
You guys are making fun of me, but here's some of the notes that I wrote on Ron's. Different things that I highlighted. Don't hate the player. You know what I'm saying? I just do what I do.
Okie doke, guys. Thanks so much for checking out the podcast. You guys are
Yeah.
amazing. We stream
best.
these live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at this point. But yeah. Daylight savings
I was
time.
like,
We are in that now.
yeah, we are.
But yeah, check out our website at www.epicgamingnight.com for all the rest of our podcasts. And also check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Epic Gaming Night. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming
Yes.
out.
And come see us Saturday in Charlotte. Get a button.
Oh yeah, we're definitely giving
Touch
out free
butts and
buttons.
And awkward hugs and pictures.
Don't touch my butt though. Just Rob's.
Matt, I'm going to accidentally bump into your backside.
Phenomenal.
Accidentally, quote unquote.
I'm gonna brace myself.
Peace.
Yeah.
Epic Gaming Night is sponsored by Analog
Rhino
Gamer.
Hero. Oh.
Just kidding. Sponsored by Rhino Hero. If your rhino's too fat, the building will topple over.
Yeah, I'm fat.